Appointed as the king of New Asgard, Valkyrie is poised to leave a mark on her stay in the MCU, which could do good things on her resume of potentially having her own solo project that has already been rumored to be in the works, one that will explore more of her character, but also the female elite group of warriors, and just how important they are for the Asgardian people, and Thor in particular. Across the 14 years since the first release of Marvel Studios' mini projects, we have seen so many movies and TV shows focused on one or at least two characters in particular. And even though there have been over 27 individual movies that make up the ongoing MCU, there are still some characters that we think deserve to have their own movie or TV series in the near future. And one of those characters is Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie, who has been part of the MCU for quite a while, appearing in 3 movies so far, with the 4th one coming up very shortly. The first outing of Valkyrie showed us the messy and oozy version of the character, with her, let's say, sobering up to clean up after herself in the 3rd act. Who helped save the citizens of Asgard alongside Thor. In the telling of her short story, her history, and where she comes from, we caught a glimpse of just how fierce of a warrior she was back in the day when she battled against Hela, together with her fellow Valkyries. And this brief piece we got from Marvel screams for a sequel to be made, one that would reveal Valkyrie's past and the elite collection of female warriors, something the MCU lacks right now. Sure, the ultimate end of the story would be a tragic one, but still, a well-done origin story could do well by Valkyrie, one that would add to the complexities of the existing New Asgard storyline, while also providing us with yet another venue in which a female-centric story could take place. The ever-growing Marvel Cinematic Universe has yet to accomplish what it set out to do over the course of its Phase 4, and in this 4th phase, we are going to get one of the most anticipated movies of all, Thor: Love and Thunder, that is coming up on July 8, 2022. This movie will mark Valkyrie's 3rd outing in the MCU, one that will probably give the most screen time to her, which has yet to be one of the reasons Tessa Thompson has been so excited about, and the fact that she is going to be able to explore Valkyrie's sexuality in the upcoming MCU movie. As for her character, up until this point, it is known that she is going to be given a new title, the King of New Asgard, as appointed by Thor at the ending moments of Avengers Endgame, before he parts ways with Earth and going on another adventure with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Tessa has been open about her character being queer, and has also teased how this sequel will dive deeper into her as a person, her characteristics, but also her sexuality, which, according to her, will play a somewhat big part in the story to come. And what that could mean, only time will tell. Whatever the case may be, we're going to have the full scoop of Valkyrie's character in the 4th Thor movie, which probably brings joy not only to the actress, but also to the LGBTQ+ community. Tessa also informed the fans that her romantic life will not be a huge plot of the movie, which is understandable because, after all, she is not the main character of the movie. This title will fall under Thor and Mighty Thor, with Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman in the roles respectively. As we said before, Valkyrie's next appearance will come in the 4th Thor movie, and so far, she has always been a side character, always helping others to do what is right. However, we think that this will change soon enough, especially with her being appointed the new King of Asgard. As a side character, Valkyrie has managed to keep a lot of things about her character a mystery, and fans would love to learn more about the character. We are sure of it. Thus, a movie or a series will be the perfect format to get to know the character a little bit more. And while we were able to know that a project is already in the works, we still don't know how the story will go and what it will be about. Nevertheless, we think we will be talking about everyone here. We are very excited to know that a Tessa Thompson project is in development, which might be everything we need to know for now. The one thing we guess is that the series will go away from Thor and will focus more on the character itself, and not her connections with the other MCU characters, giving her more room to grow and develop, which comes closely connected to what Tessa wants to do for the character moving forward. Taking into consideration how little we know about the Valkyries themselves, and the fact of the project probably being a prequel, there might be a chance for the project to introduce other women warriors like her. Which of them are in hiding if she is not the last one standing after Hela's first invasion? As it stands right now, and with everything that has happened in Endgame, we can see that the MCU has made Valkyrie a prominent character that has many connections to the other characters of the MCU, which leaves the door open for some of them to also be part of her own project, which would bring a lot of dynamic to the solo project. Who doesn't want to see more of the MCU characters in any of the upcoming Marvel projects, right? The upcoming Thor movie will give us a lot of new information about the character, a lot of traction for her future, but also a flashback or two from Valkyrie, with those being the hints as to where the project, supposedly in the works, might go when the time comes. One possible theory about the project that comes to mind would be her time on Earth the first time around. All the impossible things she has done that we haven't seen her do so far, but also what it is like to be a Valkyrie, or even how she became a member of the elite groups of female warriors in the first place. At one point, we were all witnesses to Thor wanting to become a Valkyrie. However, he was not given that chance because it came known that the group were only women. Yet another subplot the project might delve into. Why that is, and what type of training the members are put through. There are a lot of unknown variables as to what the project will be about, if it even comes to fruition, of course. However, one thing is for sure. The movie, or the series, will tell us a lot more about the Valkyrie as a special unit of Asgardian warriors, and even more action-packed scenes, one that we will all remember for a long time. One of the other interesting reasons as to why the rumors of a solo project being already in the works at Marvel is Tessa Thompson's involvement and how she talks in her interviews about it, with her also revealing who she thinks should direct the project in mind. And that person is Stephen Caple Jr., who has already proven to be a very capable director, winning over fans and earning solid reviews for Creed 2. But also because of the fact that he was put in charge of the revival of the Transformers franchise, which is a huge thing if you ask us. With that in mind, and the fact that Marvel Studios tends to take in directors who have proven themselves, but haven't necessarily directed a big budget blockbuster, Steven might be closer to the MCU than he thinks, as nothing goes unnoticed at Kevin Feige, even the desires of his actors and their future possible projects. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on the chances of Valkyrie getting her own project in the future? And if it happens, where would you like to see the story go? What can Marvel do to some extent that could eventually hint at a Valkyrie solo movie already being in the works, as rumors are saying? But also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.